This is a Bones Divination for the global community for the month of March in the year of 2024. I've already set the intention with the ancestors to bring forward information that might be helpful for the global community. So I'm just going to write a little bit of impetu, letting the ancestors know that we're ready to begin. The image that the ancestors are showing me, they're showing me the image of a caterpillar going into the cocoon and turning into a butterfly. But what the ancestors are saying is this time that is happening in the month of March is when the caterpillar is emerging from this cocoon. And they're saying at that time when the butterfly starts to emerge, the butterfly is really in a fragile state. It is vulnerable. And this is what the ancestors want to talk about for this month of March. They're saying that the energies are a time of turning within, a time of tending to your body, and a time for self-reflection. And they're saying, like the butterfly, this is a time for you to take stock in who you are and where you are going and how you are moving forward. They're saying that by establishing this foundation in this month of March, then you will be more ready to move forward in the energies that are coming in the months ahead. They're saying that these energies, they do not want you to look at it as a negative thing. When you are sitting and you are waiting and you are contemplating and you are tending to your body and you are allowing yourself to be vulnerable, they're saying that this is not negative things. They're saying, imagine this beautiful butterfly that has just come out of the cocoon, but its wings are not completely dried yet. And this butterfly starts to take off, and its wings are still wet, so it cannot get the height that it needs to. And so the wings become slightly damaged, and this butterfly cannot fly the way that it would if it had taken the time to allow its wings to fully dry. And the ancestors are saying this is what it is like for humanity at this time in the month of March. It is a time to take stock, not to push forward, not to force your way to move forward at this time. It is time to sit in the silence. It is time to take in the reflections of who you are and be okay with that. The ancestors are saying that this is important to be okay and not think that of it as a negative thing. If you are not moving forward, if things are not shifting, they're saying that it is a time that this needs to happen to create that stable foundation. They are saying that you can also look at it like baking a cake. And they're showing you stirring up the batter and pouring it into the pan. And then you put the pan in the oven and you allow it to cook. When you take that pan out of the oven, the cake itself is all lopsided because you were in a hurry and you just poured the batter in and you put it in the oven and you did not take the time to gently shake that batter so the batter distributed evenly in the pan. And so the ancestors are saying this is what is going on in the month of March. It is time to take your time. They are saying it is time to slow down. It is time to turn within. It is time to reflect and not push your way through. Don't push your way forward. Don't try to force things to happen because it is not the time for them to happen. You may think that it is time, but the ancestors are saying that it is not quite ready. It is like things are still falling into place. And as these things begin to fall into place, it creates that foundation within inside of you. It creates that resilience inside of you so that when you are ready to take flight fully and step fully into the months ahead, your wings are fully dried and that they can carry you on the wind as you move forward. And the ancestors are saying that oftentimes people think in these times where they're feeling vulnerable or a bit more cautious or taking time in silence, that it is a negative thing. And again, they are just reassuring you that this is not a negative thing, that it is an important part of the process. It is an important part in order for you to fully integrate all that has come before in order to be able to step through that next threshold, that next doorway, that next opening, the next frequencies that are coming. They are saying that it is truly an important piece. They are saying that if you do not allow yourself to allow this foundation to become more solid, then when you go to move forward, things will be a bit more rocky for you. So they are wanting you to heed this information and take take it very seriously. They are saying to take it very seriously because they want your journey forward to be as smooth as possible. They want you to feel supported. They want you to be able to move forward in a way that causes you to be in more of a state of ease and effortlessness instead of having to have your one wing damaged and you're having to compensate to pull yourself forward, they are saying. And just like that cake as well, you want to have a cake that is balanced on all sides. You want your cake to be level. You don't want it to be all lumpy on one side and super thin on the other. And this is what the ancestors are saying, that this time of March is really a time to really turn within and contemplate and reflect and to sit in that vulnerable state and allow yourself to tend to your body's needs. And they're saying that the more that you will do this, the more ease and effortlessness you will have in the journey ahead. And so when we look at the bones here, on the bottom here is the bone of movement forward. And this is the life path bone right here at the very bottom. And what the ancestors are showing here is that in order to move forward on your life path, that you need to take this pause. You need to take this pause before this new growth comes in. These are children's bones here, and this is all about new growth. And this is the bone of transformation right here. And this is the love that you have for yourself. And so you're tending to yourself, you're tending to your own needs during this time of transformation. And so things can carry you forward along your path in order to have this time of transformation, and more of your intuitive energies can come in. And the more that you can push forward on your life path at this time. And what the ancestors are saying is that if you do not take this time to contemplate and to turn within and sit with these energies and allow yourself to really take that time with your body, then it will cause this internal conflict and it'll cause your heart to be shut down so that when you go to move forward on this life path, it's this rockiness that happens, this rockiness feeling to where you're going to have more of internal conflicts. And these are these pieces of this rockiness all around you as you're trying to move forward on your path. And what the ancestors are saying, you can choose to go this way on this path, or you can choose to sacrifice. They're showing here this bone of sacrifice and this bone of balance. And what they're saying that you can, if you don't choose to move forward in this way to where you are sitting with yourself and to be able to take that time to contemplate, then you'll go in this direction to where there'll be this imbalance within yourself and within yourself of how you are sitting within the global community. And they're saying that it's almost like there are two paths that are available to you. It can come forward again. They're showing it that it can come forward in this way. In the long run, they're saying it can come forward in the long run. But do you want to take the easy road or do you want to take the hard road? They are saying. So it's a choice between taking the time now, today, in order to sit with yourself and allow yourself to create that deeper foundation for yourself to be able to transform in a new way, or are you going to sacrifice that time and take the harder road around in order to end up in that same place? So we can take the easier road or we can take the hard road. And this is what they're saying, that this choice will continue to come forward, not only in the month of March, but in the months ahead. Are you listening to your wisdom and the guidance of your spirit and your ancestors and taking that path moving forward? Or are you trying to just figure it out with your mind and just keep pushing through and pushing yourself in order to take this hard road? This hard road of imbalance is what the ancestors are saying. And so it's not only a time to reflect on the inside, but it's also a time of choices. And it's a choice point that the ancestors are saying of being able to do things in an easier, more simple way, or taking the harder road. Are you going to just shake your pan gently and put it in the oven so that your cake bakes evenly? Or are you going to put it in there and let it come out lopsided, and then you end up having to work at it and cut the cake down so that way it's smooth over top? So you can look at it as there are always choices in the path forward and the way that you're going to move forward on your path. This is what this life is about, that there are always choices, and the ancestors want to be very clear about that there's no one way. And so they are bringing this forward to you to help you to see that if you make the choice and it feels in alignment with you to turn within and take that time for your wings to dry and develop, then things will be easier for you. And so this is the guidance and the wisdom of the ancestors as we move into the month of March. And they are saying that as you progress along the month of March, as we go further into towards the end, then you will start to be able to feel that shift and change begin to happen, to where you can feel like your wings are almost dry, your foundation is more solid, your cake is level and it is ready to come out of the oven. And then you can be able to start to take action again. You are able to step forward again. And this is what the ancestors really want you to be able to understand, because they are there for you and they want you to be successful and always in life. And so I'm just going to light a little bit of impeku, thanking the ancestors for coming forward with this information today, sharing their guidance and wisdom, allowing us to take their guidance in and see if it is in alignment with us, to see what our heart's desires are and which path that we wish to take. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you for your guidance, for your wisdom, for your understanding that we are in human bodies, and sometimes we need to understand that we have choices in this lifetime, choices to walk the easy path or choices to walk the hard path.